Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm not going to talk for too long because I have a feeling this video is going to be long. So what I'm doing is a review on a good load of the Makeup Revolution products. So if you don't know, Makeup Revolution is a UK based brand that has just launched in South Africa. I think it was the 28th of September. And if you've been living under a rock, guys, okay, let's just watch the video to see what's happening. But I really like these products. Now, a lot of things were good, some things were hit and miss, like I'm not going to lie. So this is like 100% my opinion on the makeup and what I feel is good and what I feel you can skip and what I think is totally crap. So yeah, it's 100% my own thoughts. I buy my products myself, that's why I'm not scared to tell you how I feel, because obviously I don't have to suck up to anybody with regards to these makeup products. So I did get quite a good variety of things, and the things that they don't have I will let you know. So let me just quickly show you a few of actually all of the things that I bought, and if you continue watching this video you'll see me use it, and then later on just tell you my explanation in the sort of demo part of this video. First things first, I think everybody's dying to know about the foundation. So as far as I know, the foundations come in 18 different shades, and my shade is F10, and it's just a normal stick foundation in this beigey soft pink tube, and there's quite a bit of product in here, I mean, for a stick foundation, but obviously it's not going to last you 6 months as a liquid foundation would. This is also quite affordable, and I really recommend the foundations. Along with the foundations are the concealers, and I think there's also 18 shades of the concealers as well, and I also totally recommend the concealers. I think they are brilliant, especially for the price. I really love these. I've also purchased eyebrow products. Now I've got the brow pomade, the brow definer, and the brow tint. So in this video I've actually used the brow pomade. I'm still getting a hang of using this, so once I've mastered that I will give this a go in one of my videos. But this product here is brilliant, and I feel like I need to do a separate video just for this. It's a brow tint. You leave it on, you peel it off, and your brows are on your face for like the next 3 days. So this will be in a separate video. Okay, then the next thing I got were 2 eyeshadow palettes. Now this is the SOPHX palette, and then the Reloaded Neutrals 2 palette. Now this was significantly more expensive than this one, but I highly recommend the eyeshadows. They are so pigmented, and for the price of these products they are brilliant. I absolutely love both eyeshadow palettes. The colors are pigmented, it's buttery, there's not a lot of fallout. Guys, these palettes are amazing, so I highly recommend the palettes as well. Next I have the Retro Matte Lip Kit. So these are quite like a highly anticipated sort of product. I don't like them, like they go on very blotchy. It's not an even application, it's very blotchy. I don't like this. Maybe I just need to try it out more just to get a better sort of understanding on how to use them properly, but as it stands so far I don't really like them. However, their lipsticks, they're just their normal bullet lipsticks, such as this one that I've got, are 1,000 times better. So I highly recommend the bullet lipsticks. These are great. The baking powder, so they have the banana, the terracotta, and then this one, which is the bake and finish powder. I think this would sort of correspond to the RCMA no color powder. No. No, 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 no. You are probably better off putting baking powder on your face, like actual royal baking powder. I hate this. This is terrible. No, no, no. So to save myself from that, I actually have the fixing spray. This is the Amazing Makeup Fixing Spray Pro Fix. I haven't used it enough to have an honest opinion. I think I've used it twice. My makeup lasted quite long. The first time I tried out this foundation, it lasted a solid about 14 hours and it didn't split, it didn't break up. The foundation stayed, and my skin is quite oily. My skin is very, very oily, and at no point did it break up around my nose, chin, like the usual spots. It did not. But when I did put my glasses on, then obviously it came off around here. But all foundations do that to me. I haven't come across a single foundation where that glasses part stayed. So that's not a thing for me. The cream foundation with this, I thought was the bomb. Like, for how cheap it is, it's amazing. Like, it really did last on my super oily skin, so I can't fault the foundation paired with this. Even the foundation by itself, it's brilliant. And then lastly, I hope I haven't left anything out, but lastly, it's the Pro Glow highlight palette. This is amazing. It's so pigmented. It has every possible color that you need in a highlighter, and I really, really love this. So guys, if you'd like to see how I got this makeup look using all the Makeup Revolution products, then please keep on watching. Okay guys, so I've just color corrected my face, and I do that no matter what foundation I'm using. So I've just color corrected, just really, really simple. Then first of all, we're going to go in, and for primer I used the Body Shop Insta Blur primer, because Revolution doesn't have a primer. So first I'm going to go in with the Revolution foundation, and this is the stick foundation in the shade F10, and it looks like this. So I'm just going to do some lines on my face. The stuff is also very creamy. And I think that's a bit much, but anyway, I'm also going to be blending this in with my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I have tried it with a blending sponge, but I don't really like it that much, so I prefer using a brush like this just to blend it in. And the stuff blends out really, really nicely. As you can see, it blends out very easily. Super creamy as well. So on me personally, I don't think it's like full coverage. I would say it's medium coverage on me, because my skin is 50 shades up. So okay, so this is one layer done. So for my next layer, I'm not going to obviously go as overboard. I'm just going to place it on the spot where I think I just need a little bit more coverage. And this time, to sort of like just shear it out, I'm going to use the sponge. So I generally do this where when I'm doing my makeup and I'm going in with the second layer, I would usually just blend the second layer out with a sponge, as opposed to like using the brush again. Okay, so next I'm moving on to these glorified concealers. Now I've got 4 of them. I've got them in the shade C5, C7, C10 and C14. C10 is the exact same color as the foundation, so I'm going to use that just to conceal a little bit more. C5 and C7 are just my highlighting shades, and C14 is my contouring shade. So I'm going to be taking C10 first. So everybody knows the big doe foot applicator story. It doesn't really have like a strong scent or anything like that, so that's also very nice, but you just need to be careful. It does bring out quite a bit of product. So I'm just going to add it like right there. This foundation is also like really lightweight as well, so I really enjoy that about this concealer. And the concealer is really lightweight, and it also blends out quite nicely as well, but it still gives you that coverage that you're looking for. Okay, so now that I've done that layer of coverage, I'm going to move on to my highlight. So for highlights, I'm using C5. I actually haven't used the C7 yet, so I also want to try that out, but I think C5 is a pretty good highlight shade for me. So if you're like my skin tone, then I would highly suggest getting the F10 foundation accompanied with the C5 concealer as a highlighter. But if you feel like, oh, like C5 is a bit too light, you don't want to go like crazy bright with your highlighter, then I would recommend the C7, because it's also quite a neutral shade, so it's not very yellow or very pink, it's quite neutral, so that's also why I picked that one. So next we can move on to our contour, and for contour I'm using the concealer in the shade C14. Now this is quite dark, it is quite dark, so I'm just going to, I think, do my face side by side, because it also dries pretty quickly. So just place it like that, and then I'm actually going to be using a brush to blend it out, and then I'll just swap over to my beauty blender to also help the situation. I think it's a pretty decent color for a contour, and it also blends out beautifully. These concealers are actually fantastic. Okay, I'm just going to do this side quickly and then I'll be back. Okay, so once the contouring has been done, I'm actually going to set my powder. Now this is the Makeup Revolution baking powder, and it says Ghost Finish at the back, which maybe I should have paid attention to, because I mean, who wants a powder that gives you a ghost finish? But it does. So I couldn't get my hands on the banana powder because it was sold out. So I got this, and I thought it was going to be like my RCMA no color powder, but this the stuff plays me, but for the sake of the video I'm going to use it. So I'm going to use it to set my under eye and just clean up my contour, but I wouldn't buy this again, in all honesty. It's starchy. Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. It's hella starchy, and it looks exactly like the Ben Nye, but I think this just comes with a little bit more product. So I'm just going to like just drop some into the cap and then just set my face with this. Same way I use all my other setting powders, just on a sponge, dip it in, and then just set my under eyes with this. This stuff, oh, it's like, it's so thick, so you can definitely feel it under your eyes, and it is, I feel like it's so, it makes you look so cakey. I feel this is just too heavy for baking, but anyway, I'm just going to bake with it and then I'll be back. So while that's ruining my face, I'm going to be taking the Bahama Mama bronzer just to set where we've contoured. Now that I look like some form of antelope, I'm just going to dust this powder all away. Now the issue with this white powder that I had every time I've used it is that it doesn't leave. Like, it doesn't leave your face. Look at this. Look at this shit. It is such a struggle to get this powder off your face. It is, wow. So like, I really feel like this powder has ruined the foundation and concealer that we've put on. Like, I hate this powder. I'm going to try and zoom in just so you can see how terrible it looks, like right here. Like, I don't know if it's actually picking it up, but it's already like moved the foundation concealer that's underneath my eyes. It is so ridiculous. So I'm going to try and fix the situation by spraying some of the Revolution Pro Fix makeup setting spray on to try and get rid of that powderiness and maybe help me blend it in a little bit better. And that stuff also just sprays like, smells like just a normal setting spray. So let me try and save this. So I want to move on to my eyebrows, but I just have to let you guys know that my under eyes were looking so bad that I had to go back in with the C10 concealer, put that on, and then I just set that with my RCMA No Color powder. There was no way in hell I was going out with under eyes that, oh, it was so bad. Okay, so now for eyebrows, I'm just going to brush through my eyebrows. And I have two eyebrow products from Revolution. One being the brow pomade in the shade dark brown, and the other one being the Duo Brow Definer, also in the shade dark brown. I would be lying if I say that I could use this efficiently enough to give the review. So I think for this video I'm going to be using the brow pomade. It's actually really nice. So it comes like this, also with a little brush, and this is what the pomade looks like. Okay, so I'm going to just try and do my eyebrows with this, and I'm going to actually try and use, I'm going to be using my own brush for this. So I've zoomed in just a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to get some of the pomade onto my brush, and then let's see. So you need just a very little bit. You don't need to dip your brush in this too much, because it brings out a lot of product. So I've heard a lot of reviews where they say they have compared this to the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade. I haven't used that, but I have used the Benefit Cabral, and I would say it's on the same level. Okay, eyebrows are done. I really do enjoy using the pomade. Yeah, I think it's a good product. So now let's move on to eyeshadow. So I bought two palettes, one being this one. I think these colors are beautiful. So this is the Revolution Reloaded Neutrals 2 palette, and it's a mixture of beautiful shimmer shades and matte shades, so you could do like a whole look with this palette, and I think it's beautiful, so I really like this one. And the next one I got was the SOPHX palette, but I think this was more of like a everybody has it, so I need to have it too palette. But I mean, don't get me wrong, these colors are stunning. So this is what the colors look like. These colors are absolutely beautiful. So I actually don't know which palette I want to use. I was going to do an Instagram poll to try and figure out which palette to use, but I think I'll use this one. I mean, it's the most affordable out of the two, and it's probably the ones that they still have in stock. I don't know if they have the SOPHX in stock or when they will be restocking it. And I mean, this is cheaper by a long shot, so people will be more inclined to purchase this one, so I might as well do a video on this one. So okay, first I'm just going to prime our eyelids and then we'll start our eyeshadow look. So guys, I just did my eyeliner and my lashes off camera because none of that was Revolution products. So now we can just move on to everything else. So I got the Revolution Ultra Pro Glow palette, and this is just their highlighter palette. I actually really love this because it's so buttery and creamy. And let me just open this up. Like, the colors are really, really beautiful. I'm just going to go in with these two shades right there. The highlighter palette is super, super pigmented. Look at that. So I really, really love the highlighter palette. I think it is beautiful. Moving on to lips, which is the last part of this video. I have two of the retro LUXE lip kits in the shade ECHELON. In the shade ECHELON, and the other in the shade Rain. So these kind of look identical. These two colors actually kind of look identical, and it comes with the liquid lipstick and the lip liner. And as well, I also got a bullet lipstick, and this is in the shade Chauffeur, and it's a beautiful nude shade. So I really love the lipsticks. So this is the shade ECHELON, and this is the shade Rain. You can see how similar in color they actually do look. I'm going to go in with Rain. It's kind of difficult to put the lip liner on, so I'm just going to put a little bit of like labello on. Maybe my lips were just too dry. That kind of helps the situation out a little bit. But let's put on the lipstick. In all honesty, the lipstick is, it's quite blotchy. It hasn't gone on in an full even layer. It's blotchy. So I'm just going to let this dry, and then I'll put the lipstick actual bullet over, and then we'll see if it makes it look any better. So I just want this to dry down a little bit. Okay, now taking Chauffeur, I'm just going to put Chauffeur on top of this to try and just save the situation. I still don't like it so much, but it's okay, I guess. Then finally, now that we're done with everything else, I'm just going to set my face with the Pro Fix Makeup Setting Spray.